No, the quiz you will be seeing is from the original user. To avoid copyright issue, I cut out the parts from the original video and added with a different effect. That way it will not cause any copyright issues. Basically, though, I just cut out from the original video, not the full part. I hope this will be helping for the YouTube community and enjoy the video. Enjoy. Throughout history, there's been plenty of people saying that prisoners are just dance on express, hopeless, and sometimes be captured by those who are superior or even stronger even sometimes. And there's been a lot of stories, whether it be fairy tales, video games, or etc. to count how many. But there are some princesses decide to go their own path and they prefer using the hero's way. Basic enough, fighting in for those for their rights, showing their feminism throughout the world. Whether it be a Mulan or a misguided princess like Elsa, it pretty much shows mandatory that even princesses can fight as well. Such as these two blue royalty princesses. Lucina, the daughter of Chrome, and also the new Mars of Fire Emblem. And Kitana, the daughter of Shao Kahn, well, quote-unquote, daughter, and also the Khan of Outworld and Princess of the Dania. My name is Deso24, and my job is these two competitors to see who win in a deadly duo. In the world of Fire Emblem, it was basically a tale between family bloodlines, whether it be the new generation choosing their own path, or even use both but with a mix of their own destiny. And one of those cliches, protect the family title. And one of those titles belonged to the Mars new owner, Lucina. Lucina's life is pretty much unknown, but we do know that Lucina was taken by Chrome, one of the generals or captains of the army. I forgot what it's called. It's a little rusty in my head. Anyways, she spent her life to be trained like her father, but her father refuses to let her be in battle because seemingly she's the only daughter that Chrome ever had. However, it was learned on a few months or weeks later, Chrome was basically murdered and killed by Robin, his ally and friend. And turns out Robin is actually the latest incarnation / host to an evil being. And basically enough, in his body, he pretty much take over the world and cause apocalypse throughout the land and including the world. But however, there are some who refuse the tyranny, such as Lucina. She decided to go back in time and preventing this apocalypse nightmare to wherever resisting. And such, she'll try to do her best to change the past, hoping to change the future for her and her father's sake, and me preventing the death, of course. And basically out, this is where the title given to as the Mars of the family, given by Lucina. And yes, I'm aware that this is kind of short, but to be fair, Fire Emblem is actually not my thing, but what actually give me hopes for it is that the characters, well, some. In my opinion, Mark sucks. Anyways, Lucina is pretty much a new descendant of Mars, since she was given the title throughout generations, and she definitely earned the title for it as well. She's a skilled swordswoman and able to kill with a sword. In addition, she performs some several techniques such as the doing strike plus, increasing the chance for an ally to attack. Rifle King increased the charge for a attack to skill to advance. Dual Striker increased damage supporting others. The foot speed, which grants a speed boost if the health is below or average at best. There's also the Sparring attack, increases attack strength of nearby allies. She also had the Rare Speed, where increased nearby ally speed. She also had the Seal Resistance, makes opponents more vulnerable to magic attacks, and also had Drive Speed, where it increased slightly farther to nearby ally speed. Okay, that sounds weird. And also, she had the Swift Swarm, increasing attack and speed if Lucina is on offense. She also has the Sturdy Blow, increasing attack and defense by recurring, or is on the offense. The Wings of Mercy is pretty much held low if she needs teleports, and Awakening is when her health under half and increase her health range. And she also has the Shield Breaker, which is a powerful stab able to easily break a aim defense if it's charged up. And she also has the Dancing Blade, a flurry of sword slashes and stabs, a Dolphin Slash, a rising slash up attack, and a counter pretty much shows stats, and then carrying. It's pretty much an counter that shows what. And her most powerful signature attack is the critical hit. It's similar to Mars, but okay, it is just similar to Mars, but clearly it's the same. But the thing is that when she uses this technique, she charges forward, and if it contests, it will do an insane amount of damage, sending even heaviest characters or opponents flying skying to the air. That's pretty impressive. Well, to be honest, at least. Anyways, Lucina have arsenals such as her signature weapon, Fortune, forged by Naga from Dragon Fang, increasing damage against dragons, dark dragons, and even heal its user. Also, rapid infection against armor opponents, grabbing one of the three relics, drawing a spear, and also can able to restore the wielder to full health. She also had the Gorsa it pretty much increased attack speed and nearby opponent with using this physical weapon. Astra is pretty much similar to that, but can able to attack 5 times extremely, and each have normal damage. And also the Brave Bow allows critical hits and also effective against airborne opponents. She also had the Blue Egg, where it attacks with lightning magic and heals Lucina. And her last one is Chosu. Okay, get this wrong. Chosu. With it, it increases Lucina's speed, but if an opponent uses a sword, lance, an axe, or is a dragon, Lucina's attack is speed and defense and resistance effectively against airborne opponents, so it's pretty much effective to those who are that. Okay, some of the attacks are pretty much, well, only for allies, but pretty much Lucina is still a strong fighter. She's able to save her father's life and also her aunt from being killed by Rizan, travel back in time and stop Grona from causing the apocalypse, and it was successful, help to fight in many wars. She also defeated Wukong, which to be said, he's a master swordsman, and even Duo, supposedly effective. She also joined in the Crossing of Worlds in Fire Emblem Heroes, and finally she able to absolutely demolish Shona, Irka, and Mura in a gauntlet. Pretty much that, and pretty much approved. I guess she's not a copy after all. But like Game Fire, she's had her flaws. She mostly have low defense and resistance to main attacks. Plus, most of her skills are actually based on supports. It can be a failed one if she needs to use on her own. She can be naive and consistent by her father, and she can be somewhat stubborn, causing some fatal flaws to her fights. Despite these flaws, Lucina has successfully traveled back in time and successfully ended the apocalypse before ever happening. Lucina definitely gives the title of Mark for a reason. She is a skilled swordsman, and even though her fire may not be approved, well, until Fire Emblem Heroes, she is still one skilled swordswoman. And in the day, this is one princess that you cannot fight in a duo.
The future is not written.
Lucina.
Throughout the realms, the India was a beautiful sight to see. India is home to every realm, well, actually people that aspire and also generations. I think actually based around something, I forgot what it is, but still, India was a beautiful sight and contained of the best people, including the king and queen, King Jarek and Queen Sindel. However, the peaceful last one until Shao Kahn came in. He managed to win 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments. In result, he beat Idea and even killed the king of it as well, King Jarrett. Now merging with Alfred, Idea no longer exists, and what actually makes it much more worse, Queen Sindel had no choice to become the wife of Shao Kahn. It eventually turns in that her daughter Kitana later think that Shao Kahn is actually her father. In result, Sindel committed suicide, and as a toddler, Kitana became a quote-unquote the daughter of Shao Kahn, forever in his loyalty from now on. However, he later find out that she is actually a Dayan, and she belonged to a Dayan king, King Gareth, where she learned the truth that why her mother was committed suicide and how it all happened. So that almost got her killed. Well, thanks to saving from her best friend Jade, she decided to book herself to join the Earth realm. And I highly aware that many people are sick and tired of playing Kitana every single episode. Well, kinda. But personally, since there's gonna be a few episodes left, well, I think 5, well, counting 4 since it's episode 96. I guess I could put her in an episode. Anyways, as a Dayan, her age is at least 110,000 years old, and she is a princess for a reason. Well, despite how much she's a princess to Indaya, she is also known as the Khan of Outworld for many reasons. They are trained, she's a master of hand-to-hand combat. She can surprisingly have wind combination, which we gotta get to later. She also has 3 different variations, the Warrior Storm, Assassin, and Morpher. And she also had some various techniques such as fan throw, when she drove one of her fans at her opponent, similar to a chainsaw or something. It's also one of her enchanted versions, Fan Toss. Enchanted version to the fan throw, and lets Kitana to throw her 2 fans one by one. She also has a square wave punch, where Kitana able to jumps into the air and attacks into incoming foes with a flying punch. And yes, I aware that it sounds stupid in my head. She also had a fan lift when she used her fans to lift her from levitating them helplessly in the air. She also had pixie dust teleportation disappears into a violet cloud and reappears right behind her opponent, giving her advantage to attacking on behind her opponent. Basically, it's the technique that most characters use for some reason. She also has a rolling fury where she rolls under her opponent, traps them up. She also can use her fans and cutting fan splits between her fans around her and dealing damage if the opponent touches her. So basically, it's pretty much a counter and a dodge, similar towards some other fighting games I can able to think of. She also has a drill slice where she leaps to her opponent and slices their throat with her fans. Her air float and lifts herself and upward while airborne. In short term, there's some movesets she can use basing off her own, but similar to Princess Peach, she also has the X-ray move where she basically has fantastic and slice dice and have her own fail blow. And of course, she also has some arsenals. While she had the current that's similar to Jace's weapon with blade and 3 edges, she had a Japanese longstaff, and also had Melina's side, the procurement dagger and able to throw as well as use as a melee, but her signature one is her steel fangs, a trademark weapon and can be used to throw at and even shown that it would easily kill Torcontents easily like butter. Kitana definitely deserved as title as Khan of Outworld and Princess Dania for many reasons. She able to trick Shao Kahn into thinking she was allied to his. She defeated and killed Melina one time. She escaped prison after her resurrection. Alongside with Jade, managed to defeat Reptile, which Jade and Reptile was ordered to bring back Kitana to Outworld. She managed to overpower Johnny, Cage, and Smoke. Became the Khan of Outworld by Kodo himself officially. Made ally with Shiva, the queen of the Shokuns, and Baraka, the general of Torcontents. And she defeated several opponents such as Melina, Jade, Shang Tsung, Collector, Scarlet, and Shao Kahn, for MK2 version, not the full power one. Very impressive on a princess. However, like Mortal Kombat character, she also has her flaws. Due to her fighting skills, she has struggles with opening opponents up, and she often is left vulnerable if her counterattacks are blocked, and she has been defeated by Sonya, Liu Kang, Smoke, Sindel, Raiden, Jax, and Cassie Cage. Plus, it's also worth mentioning, even though some fighting skills she possessed, she still died twice in the original and alternate timelines. So basically, even though with her fighting skills thanks to her training of Outworld, she can still easily lose and could die in some timelines. But despite this, Kitana is still a warrior and proven why she is the true heir to King Darius. She proved that she is no beauty face when based on sex look. She is proven that she is a fierce warrior and even claimed the title of Khan of Outworld by Kodo Khan. Things cannot get better, well actually can get better for Kitana. And not only that, she also became one of the partner for Fire God Liu Kang in MK11 to ending. She helped out Liu Kang to be sculpted in the sands. I guess she gets a happy ending after all.
From this day on, may all our peoples fight together as one.
Alright, comparisons have been done and analyzed. For review who's the winner, let's go see the results that you guys voted, shall we? Let's go! Okay, over 30 votes, that Lucina get 80% of the voting and Kitana get 20% of the voting. And comparing from these two, I think pretty much everyone knows that Lucina gonna win this fight, right? Right? But better serious, yes, I'll be later on. But there's only like 2 comments already, so let's get to it. The return of Phantom Majima. Lucina gonna win the fight. And it's this day that he sees playing this fight, and Kitana's weapon definitely is a dressing and hit negative to durability and landing strength. But he also said that Broken and also be the God Dumo and extremely percentage. That's a good prediction. But from Joshua James, he said that he had to get something out of his chest. Skate is overdone 20 times before. He just gotta go put this straight. And that's what she said. But all seriousness, he said that Lucina had the best equipment, but he said that Kitana wins because Lucina is immune to high wind and danger. That's good theory. Anyways, let's get to the winner. And the winner between Blue Princesses of Royalty is Kitana. And surprisingly, her streak didn't broke. And I feel like that many people are gonna rage at me for having a Fire Emblem character lose. And I can see the predictions now. Yep, I can see it. Anyways, based enough, I know many people get triggered, but let me explain when we get to the 5 categories, shall we? Let's go. Alright, for speed, it's actually pretty hard to pick which one, because I think I'm gonna give it to both of them. Now I admit, both of them have dodged some things before, such as Kitana managed to dodge several hits from some opponents, including Lucina, but both of them have one thing in common. They managed to survive, able to keep up with opponents, including lightning of sorts. So it's considered as hypersonic, or massive hypersonic at best, so it does make sense that I had to give both of them the speed advantage. But for sure, I had to give to Kitana. Now, I admit that Lucina have fought people before, but she's only defeated one. What's different it makes if she able to face one opponent and defeat him? Kitana has fought several opponents even out her league, including Shao Kahn himself, so yeah. And same with intelligence. Okay, while Lucina and Kitana have been trained in the past, but basically now, Kitana have much worse intelligence in combat than Lucina. Lucina is a skilled swordsman, no doubt what I'm saying, but Kitana is a skilled assassin. She is skilled by the best of the outworld, including been trained by several people. So it does make sense that so she definitely gets his intelligence. And team experience, because she had much more experience with constant combatants that are stronger than her and also much more bravable. And yes, Lucina had experience those as well, but what the difference it makes? I mean, think about it. Kitana had experience against foes like Torkanus and Chokan, two of the deadliest ones. So in compared to that Kitana definitely gets experience. Although the durability I am getting to is Lucina. Well, Kitana has survived blows before, but definitely not killable like Sindel. And I have a durability getting to is Lucina because she has survived tons of blows before, even the recovery one at best. So for the dirty revenge I am getting to is Lucina. Well, even though I do admit, Lucina is pretty much escaped the shadow of Mars and one of the best ones in Fire Emblem besides Ike, but unfortunately, she was overwhelmed by Kitana's fierce strength, intelligence, and experience. Both of them have speed, and Lucina is surviving much more, but Kitana definitely wins, and the reason why Kitana wins is because of one factor. You see, intended, Lucina have considered be as a team member. She mostly relied on her allies than herself, even though it's been shown that Lucina have fought on her own, but with help and sorts, and even been shown in several games, including Smash Bros. And sometimes helping out in Fire Emblem. It's been shown that she rather have allies on her side than her own. And it's worth mentioning, yes, Kitana have that too, but the only difference is that she can able to fight on her own against tougher opponents than Lucina. Lucina only rely on allies, and yes, she can able to fight people on her own, but she can tend to lose in some fights, in my belief. So I guess you could say this fight was really a fan to discuss. Get it? Because you probably get this just in the comment section. But anyways, the winner is Kitana.